We're good. We're up. We are live.
Okay,
So yeah, we can
marvellous.
just give a quick update.
Okay, I'll do one on all the comedians. So, in terms of the festival, we have there's around about 250 names on that sheet as it stands. I do know that there's going to be some additions over the next 24 hours. We have got a meeting on Thursday with a couple of the key people, Jessica and Jeff, and a couple of others. What's likely to happen with that list is that I think probably by Thursday we will confirm at least, I would say, 100 comedians absolutely confirmed for the festival. The others on that list we'll probably kind of split it into two sections. We'll announce the first 100 for the festival, going, here are the names, here are the people confirmed, start getting it promoted, start getting everything going, and then what we'll probably do then is, we'll do like a second tier of announcements, probably in about another 2 to 3 weeks. That's the plan that we've discussed with everybody. So hopefully by the end of this week, names will start to be released, which will be really cool. We can then start to promote those names and start getting going on it. There's some really, really good ones. There's some new ones, up-and-coming comedians. There is people from around the world. There's other comedy clubs. So we're just working through that to a budget, which we obviously have to do with all our partners. So yeah, it's all looking really positive. I've not got much else to add around that list because we can't yet announce it until we have, absolute full confirmation of everything, and everybody's working really hard behind the scenes. As you can imagine, we're turning this around pretty quick. It's new to a lot of people. So a lot of comedians are going, oh yeah, it sounds great, but then they obviously ask lots of questions because it's not familiar to people. It's a whole new world that they're kind of getting into, and the people helping us doing it, it's new for them as well. So it is taking time, and we often use the word patience, but that list is looking good. There's more green boxes added on a daily basis, which is really, really good. We've got to confirm some of the fees around things because some of it's just been to be confirmed or tentative prices being put in. And like I said, we do have to balance that out in terms of budgetary requirements, number of reach that they can give us, the quality of who they are. So there's a real mixture of things to balance out because, we want the festival, as we do with Joke generally, to enable comedians from around the world to perform and have a stage. So it's not just about the big famous people, it's not just about everybody being unknown, it's about having a real mixture, which is what we're trying to work through. So that's all going really, really well. Simon, do you want to add anything to that in case I've missed anything?
Well, only that it is a really fine balance between, there's a lot of people on that list which are significant amounts of money, and there's negotiations going on with the bigger names at the moment to see who ends up as a headliner. We're looking at spending over $100,000 on comedians, and negotiating the right rate for the right person is key. But as Andy said, we've got over 150 already confirmed.
Sorry to interrupt, Simon, but nobody can hear you.
Can they not?
Oh, Simon, nobody can hear you.
Oh. Well, my light is flashing and you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on with Discord?
Well, put your hand up in the audience if you can hear me.
What's going on with Discord?
I can hear him on the YouTube, but not on the Discord, so it won't be recording him.
Oh, what is wrong with it? It's dog crap.
Well, I'm speaking now. Johnny Mayhem can hear me apparently, but nobody else is. Oh, Scruff's put his hand up. Kesh, hand up. So some people can hear me.
Some people can't.
Right. I can't exactly say put your hand up if you can't hear me, can I? Oh no. Right. Yeah, put your hand up if you can't hear me. Yeah. Yeah, obviously everyone can hear me because those people aren't putting their hands up, right? And now people are just randomly putting their hands up.
Yeah, like some kind of game. We're just going to have to carry on as we are. There's nothing we can do about it.
So if people can hear, if you can hear me on YouTube, it is being broadcast. So
it's a problem with Discord, yeah.
I don't understand. I literally don't. Discord is awful sometimes. Anyway, we're just going to have to battle on, Andy, because we can't.
Yeah. We'll battle on.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Somebody just type into if you can't hear me, please leave the room and come back. If somebody can put this into the chat, leave the room and come back in, and then see if you can hear me, because it might be people that were in the room before I came back in that can't hear me.
I'll repeat that. If you're not hearing Simon or me, leave the room and come back in, because it might just be a bit of a Discord blip. That might be the best thing to do. So I think somebody's just done that and come back in again. So
I already did that and it didn't do anything.
Oh dear. People are trying, because you can see things disappear and crop back up again. We're just going to have to soldier on, like we said, Simon. So yeah, basically, just to reiterate what Simon's saying, is there's some really big names on there that are hefty prices, and we just have to balance all that out to deliver a really good festival with lots of good names. But as I would say, up until the point the festival runs, like lots of festivals, things can change. You bring other names in, you bring extra names in, big names, different level names. Even just a week before, look at Glastonbury. Foo Fighters came on at last minute, so that's the kind of thing that happens. So we'll continue to develop all that out right up until the last minute, no doubt. So, I think it's just exciting that we've got a lot of interest like we have, that people are talking to our contacts and us. So, it is really, really good. And hopefully Friday we can send something out to start announcing the names, or certainly early next week, with proper social posts, which would be really good.
Right, I've changed my microphone, so let's see if... Can you put your hand up if you can hear me now? See if that made any difference.
Yeah, a couple of hands are going up.
It's not encouraging though, is it? Oh, a few. Okay. Well, I've changed to a different microphone, and you can hear me still, yeah?
Oh, it broke up, Simon.
Can you hear me, Andy?
I can hear you, but it keeps breaking up, Simon.
I think it's the internet. I haven't got a clue what's going on at this end. Can you just carry on, because people can hear you? They can't hear me.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all the comedy stuff. There's some potential debate about the exact start date. That's just because of things going on behind the scenes, but with no confirmation on that. We're still working with all the partners. We'll update, but as it stands, the festival will be in August. We just need to confirm the exact start date, which we will do. In terms of the big announcement, so we'll come to that one. Everything has been signed. Some of the key team members do know who that is. It's all been signed. We are in daily conversations with several documents, but we cannot announce it just yet. The reason is that particular organisation that we've brought into the joke fold has a duty of care to contact all their shareholders first, and to talk to some of the key shareholders from what they are, about what's going on. That email has gone out. There has actually been some introductions made, and we're just waiting for a few final responses and drafting out some PR things, which everybody's working on that document at the moment. There's various things we just need to tie up, and we're hoping to do a big joint AMA next week on Tuesday. We just need to make sure things are all teed up perfectly, because it is a big deal. And, I think everybody understands this. It's not just Simon and I now working on the joke project. There's a lot of other partners, a lot of big teams around the world, a lot of people with lots of reputation as well. So we have to make sure things are done right. We can't just suddenly go, hey, this is who we've taken over, this is who we're partnering with, this is what's going on. We have to do it the right way, and they have to do it the right way. And we have to respect that they've got a business, they've got shareholders, they've got other interested parties, and we absolutely have to make sure that everything is done perfect and 100% right. So unfortunately, we can't announce that name. And Simon and I, it's a bit groundhog, and we do apologise. We've been here before with that, but as I think again everybody knows, we do we announce it when we can, and we do everything the right way when we can. And, you know, we don't want to be announcing it and hacking people off. We've got to say it at the right time in the right way. So that will be next week, unless there's any untoward stuff that delays it, but there's no reason it should be. We're hoping the new website will be sorted very, very quickly. Again, there's some slightly more wide-ranging tech, not challenges, just work that needs doing for some of the transfer of the website and the tech over to us. Again, it's not just me and Simon anymore. There's a lot more people involved with a lot more moving parts. And again, I will say it's people all over the world. You know, we've got people, you know, David's in the Netherlands, his main guy's in Australia, we've got people in different parts of the States, we've got people in Europe. It's a team. The team is very dispersed across the globe, so not everything always gets done straight away. You know, we get messages at all crazy times of day as they do from us, and then you're waiting for that delay and that catch up on things to happen, trying to align various people, particularly from this tech perspective, with the handover of this stuff from who we're dealing with at the minute. It just does take time, so it's not going to happen overnight. It is a big festival to organise. It's the first one that anybody's done like this, so there is lots of challenges along the way, lots of debates had along the way, making sure that we deliver the right things and deliver the best festival that we possibly can. So Simon and I are having to get used to not getting always quick answers. Sometimes it does take time, but we are absolutely, definitely getting there. You know, it is really, really exciting. And I think probably this week in particular and early next week, a lot of stuff should be sorted. There should be the announcements coming out. It's just taking a little bit of time because it is, like I said, a lot of work. I don't know whether Simon can pipe in if I've missed anything. I don't think I have.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Okay, so the only other thing that we're just waiting for is approval for something for an app on the Apple Store, and it just looks like when I speak, sometimes it's picking me up and sometimes it's not. Are you hearing me?
Yes, well, it keeps breaking up, Simon. It's a bit weird.
Yeah, I don't know why. It must be my internet. But did you hear me say that we're waiting for approval on the App Store?
No.
You did that time?
Sorry, I heard that, but I wasn't aware of what that was. Sorry.
Right. So the Keys 2 app is needing approval on the App Store. So as soon as that, so that's one thing that's.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll fill in the gaps there for people who didn't hear that.
Yeah.
So Keys 2, who are our partners with TCG World on delivering the wallet on the mobile that people can access to buy the tickets for the NFTs for the shows, and with all the rewards that are all built out. That's Dedicate Keys 2. That's just waiting for approval on the App Store. We have seen some stuff from Derek this last week, which is really cool, looking really good. So there's obviously that's in play as well, which I'd forgotten about myself, to be honest. Like I said, there's so many moving parts going on and so many things going on. So yeah, Simon's probably got a bit more information on that than I have. Unfortunately, can't hear him very well. But yeah, that's probably one of the things that's going to take a little bit of time. But Derek has been working on that for months and months, and I'm sure it'll get resolved pretty quick. It's just one of those things. It's just part of processes that we have to go through. All parts of the team having processes going through. I know David at TCG World has been seeing Unity this week, so there's lots of good stuff happening there. So yeah, it's all, like I said, everything's just moving. It's just that we can't announce what we don't yet have kind of agreed, signed off. You know, like we said, the partnership, the people we're bringing on board, we have signed that, we have agreed it. We're just working with their team on handover and getting some of the press stuff right and tech stuff right. Until that's done, we can't announce it, but that should happen pretty soon. And they will be coming on this Discord channel, so everybody will meet them. They will be bringing their community over to it. And we are aiming to have a very, very big AMA with all of the partners involved on there. Announce loads of stuff in one go. So that will be an awesome AMA, but it's just getting everything teed up. And like I said, everybody's all over the world. So we're likely to do that AMA much later in the day to try and allow everybody from around the world to at least access it, whether they're in Australia, the States, or Europe. So, again, we're working on that at the moment, sorting it out. Simon, I don't know whether we can hear you. If there's anything else I've missed.
I just dropped a copy of the Keys to Comedy into the...
Dropped a copy of something somewhere.
Into the AMA live chat.
Okay.
If you want to have a look.
Yeah, I'm going to have a look now. Oh, yeah. Simon's dropped it. Yeah, good, thank you, Anton. So Simon's put into the AMA chat what the card could look like for the Key to Comedy, which will be the pass. So, all that's been worked on. It looks really good. All really exciting. It's definitely getting there. And it's a huge amount of work, as we've said before, but, Simon's working really hard on it. I am. Loads of other people are. And I think it's just going to be an amazing event. I think it will be really, really, really good. So, Derek's project is called Keys 2. So Simon's kind of came up with the thing Keys to Comedy, which is perfect. So it's Keys to Comedy for the Roasted Festival, and there'll be lots more of these going forward in the future. I've absolutely no doubt. And our aim is to, I'll reiterate this, bring comedy to a global audience. Comedians can access new audiences around the world. Audiences can access comedians from around the world who they've never heard of before, and people can access it in a way that is new, that is different, that's a more immersive experience, that's a more social experience, as opposed to just looking at it on YouTube or your TV on your own like a sad sod on an evening. So I think the whole project is really good. We have got our first charity as well, which is really good. So again, we're going to try and get that press release out. I'm just waiting on one thing. Get them on the AMA as well to tell us about what they do. So yeah, it's all coming together really well. And I think once that the tech handover has happened and we've got access to the website and we update that, there's absolutely no doubt. Jeff said it, Jessica said it, other people have said it. The new partners are going to be on that website as advisors. The credibility that we will have as a project from Simon and myself, with Domingo and the other partners involved on it and shareholders, through to all the comedian connections, to all the tech advisors, it's going to be really, really, really cool. It's going to be really strong in terms of its credentials. And several of them have said, once people know that I, as in these people have said that, like Jeff said, I'm involved in this and I can officially announce it, they'll have even more interest, they'll have more comedians coming to them. So, I think that's just really exciting. And again, I get really excited about this bit in marketing. The reach of the comedians so far is around about 51 million, I think, based on that list as it is there. So, I think it's about 250 names on it. As I've said, and I will remind people, not all 250 of those names are going to be performing, because we'll probably not use all of them depending on the quality of what they offer, but we'll be using an awful lot of them. I'm just looking at that list now. There's a few more greens appeared, which is really good. And where are we for reach as it currently stands? Yeah, 51.5 million. So, you can do the math yourself. We're going to have massive reach, really, really cool. And, a lot of people, the feedback we've had from people so far is they're just so excited about this. They think it's a great idea. People are up for doing things ongoing. So, yeah, it's really good. Simon, anything else I've missed? I don't think I have. If anybody's got any questions, we can try and answer them. It probably will be a shorter one tonight because we can't announce things that we want to announce, but all good things come to those who wait, as the famous Guinness ads used to say. So, next week, I think you'll start hearing names being dropped of comedians. You'll know who our partnership is with. We'll have a lot more information. And, it should be a really, really big week next week, end of this week, beginning of next week. Have I missed anything, Simon? I don't think I have I? Oh, my Matt keeps going to sleep.
Well, I don't even know if you can hear me. I just...
We can't hear Simon. What is Simon saying?
Constantly losing me. I don't know why.
He's just losing his signal, Antoine. He's having problems with his connection. So, So yeah, if anybody's got any questions, please shout up or drop them in the AMA chat. Otherwise, we'll probably bring this to a close, and we will let people know when the big AMA will be, because it'll probably be an additional one, or it may replace the normal one, depending on when we can tee everybody up. But it's everything's as we've always talked about. Everything's all been planned. Everything's getting there. It's just the timing of things now.
Can you hear me any better now?
Slightly.
Because I've gone on a different network. So.
No, it's just gone again a little bit, Simon.
All right, I'm going to give up because it's just I can't be getting.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So if anybody's got any questions, you know where Simon and I are. Please feel free to ask away. My view would be just kind of hang fire for, the next few days, because it is definitely getting there. I think Babs is wanting to come on stage. I have allowed you to. There you go.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
Right. When you both started earlier on, I could hear you both very clear, and then Simon went and changed his mic, and I couldn't hear nothing. But what you got to be aware of is when it's on YouTube, everybody should be able to hear you, even though they couldn't hear you in this space.
Yes.
If they listen to the recording, it should all be okay.
Yeah, good point. Thank you. And that's what people will have to do, unfortunately. Just one of those blips.
Yeah.
Happens on Discord. Hey, I'm not worried about it. It's tech. Discord, it sometimes happens. It's what it is. No big threats. It's it's not ideal, but it does happen occasionally.
Yeah, the recording will be fine.
Yeah,
on YouTube.
I'm sure. Yeah. So, is there any questions? I'm just going to have a look in. Bear with me. I'm going to do that on my mobile AMA live chat. Travelling to, will there be an AMA on the 4th of July? It's a holiday in the USA. That's a very good point. To be honest, we might be as well making it next Thursday, but let me and Simon chat tomorrow. We have been in quite a lot of meetings this afternoon. We will inform everybody by the end of the week, I promise. We'll update people on, is it going to happen or not on Tuesday. My guess is, if it's the 4th of July, we'll probably not do it. We'll do it a different day, is my guess. But we'll confirm yay or nay, one way or the other, in the next 48 hours, okay?
I think, can you hear me now?
Yes.
I think we need to say no to the 4th of July at this point.
Okie dokie.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So, can we aim for Thursday next week instead?
All right, have a great day.
Yeah. We'll do that. So everybody, if you could hear Simon clearly, we could hear you then, Simon. We'll not do one next Tuesday. We'll aim for next Thursday, but we'll confirm the time in the next few days.
That's great.
We can hear you, Antoine. Can you go on silent? Thank you. So there's no. I think Tom's just typing a quick question up in the AMA chat. Yes, Tom, that's right. You would purchase the Key 2's comedy NFT through the Keys 2 app once it's approved. That will be the plan, yes. But again, I think there's going to be a lot of meetings next week with us ironing out some of those things. Yes, you're right. We have the crypto live chat. We'll not cancel that yet because the AMA may be slightly later anyway next Thursday. So again, if you can just have a bit of patience whilst we talk to a few of the partners, and we'll try and get that big AMA lined up for next Thursday.
No, it
so
will
we might have to move the crypto class.
It will be later. It will be more US friendly time, yeah?
Yeah. And for people in Australia as well, early morning. So it should suit people a lot better. Yeah, thumbs up from that. Okay, so there's no more questions. I don't want to really get into stuff about the token on this chart or other stuff going on in the marketplace, because there's a lot going on at the minute. Obviously, it's been a bit of a crazy weekend with Russia and what's going on there. So there's been a lot of kind of market volatility going on. Bitcoin's been going up, all that stuff. But I just want to keep it focused around the festival today, and I think also probably next week as well. because that's what we're dealing with. That's what we're aiming for. So unless there's anything else, Simon, you want to add, I think we can probably bring it to a close, this one.
No, look, let's wrap this one up mainly because of my technical difficulties.
We can't hear them.
Yeah, I know. We know, Antoine, we know. It's like everyone, nobody can hear me, but we can normally hear you, but nobody can hear me today. So I'm not rustling in my pocket. Yeah, doing right. Anyway, we're going to wrap this one up, and we will update you.
What are y'all laughing at? We can't hear it.
I know, you can't even hear me laughing. Yeah.
Antoine,
Yes.
don't worry. You'll have to watch it on YouTube to catch up. Simon's had a technical problem. Some people can hear him, some people can't. So.
Oh, okay. Tell him. Okay, all right. Have a great day. I guess so. All right.
Thank you. Cheers. So, carry on, Simon.
Right, yeah, look, we'll wrap this one up and then we will speak to everybody. We'll keep everybody updated. There will be news quicker. As soon as we can, we're going to get it. This will just hit big as soon as you all know what's happening. So it's just, like Andy says, we need to be just very patient, just for a little bit, to dot the I's, cross the T's, get all the PR lined up, do it properly. It's really important it's done properly. And yeah, then we can everybody's going to get very excited. Just give us a couple of days, okay?
Yeah, and I just will finish on this. You know, the project's still going, regardless of all that's gone on in the world, in the crypto space and the Web3 space. We're still going. We've got lists of hundreds of comedians from around the world. We get contacted daily. The people we're talking to are contacting big comedy clubs. We've got people on almost all the major continents working on this. We've got one of the world's best metaverses being built by the world's biggest gaming company. We've got people who've developed technology that's some of the most, probably the most secure in the world in terms of wallets, from a company in Germany via Derek. We've got advisors coming onto our board that you could only dream of, and we're taking over a project that's huge and bringing it into the joke fold. So this is happening, and this project is amazing, and the community is amazing, and the people are amazing, and we're going to have a really blast of a time. It's going to be really cool. So, you know, I apologise, Simon and I, that sometimes these AMAs are a bit Groundhog Day, but we keep doing them. We keep informing you as best we can, and you know, deals have been signed. We've shown photographs. It's happening, you know. So it is going to be amazing. It's going to be an amazing ride. I can't wait to see some of the comedy myself. I think it's going to be brilliant. And, you know, I'm sure we'll get to meet some of these comedians in real life one day. And I think everybody's going to really enjoy it. And I think it's going to be a great event. And it is just going to be the start. That is the thing. It is just the start of where we're going to go. So we stay, you know, let's stay positive about all of this. Like we said, the big announcements will come next week, and we can actually tell everybody the names of the partners and some of the comedians. So we'll wrap that up, and have a really good evening, everybody.
I can hear y'all now, Mr. OG Joe.
Okay, so everybody have a brilliant evening. We will wrap this up, and we'll catch up with you shortly, and keep an eye on Discord and Twitter. If you do see anything on Twitter or Facebook, you know, please share it, please comment, and you know, help spread the word. And we'll catch up with you shortly. All right, folks.